Dan Willis here, and we're talking about how to help your credit score. Now, look, you're not alone. Did you know most Americans would rather tell you how much they weigh than their credit score? Did you know most Americans have less than perfect credit? Many folks experience this as a result of life's lemons, such as a divorce, a job loss, illness, etc. The worst part about having less than perfect credit is the stigma, as if you're some second-class citizen. And look, the mere act of watching this video shows you care and are the exact opposite of the stereotype. The stereotype doesn't care about fixing bad credit, and only privileged people can't or won't understand and empathize with financial challenges. For the rest of us, life's messy. Big picture. For many folks, they'll need to focus on two areas to get a better credit score. We need to build good credit by using our current accounts responsibly and potentially using some credit building tools. Simultaneously, we need to clear your credit report of any errors, dings, and blemishes. You see, these dings are the real credit score killers, and contrary to popular belief, you don't just have to live with bad credit on your credit report for 7 long, expensive, and embarrassing years. 7 years is the maximum amount of time most negative items can stay on your credit report. In other words, there is no minimum amount of time any negative item must remain on your credit reports. And let us repeat. In other words, there is no minimum amount of time any negative item must remain on your credit reports. Furthermore, when's the last time you've heard of a real criminal serving their full prison sentence? So then why should you have to serve the maximum bad credit prison sentence? And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Now let's talk about the 5 credit score components. What actually goes into your credit score? And let's start and talk about how that's actually determined. While you may feel you have a single-digit credit score, this is like the SATs back in the day, and we do get points simply for having a pulse. Of course, you have 3 credit reports with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Now, based upon the information contained on your credit reports, your 3-digit credit score will be determined. Fico, or Fair Isaac Corporation, is the company that is responsible for actually calculating your credit score in roughly 90% of lending decisions. There are additional credit scoring models such as the Vantage score. However, you only need to concern yourself with the FICO score because that's the big player. And you should know you'll have more than one FICO score. You'll have a FICO score based upon your Equifax credit report. You'll also have another separate FICO score based upon your TransUnion credit report, and so on. Additionally, there's industry-specific FICO scores. For example, if you're in the process of buying a new home, the mortgage industry will have a unique FICO scoring model. That said, we're going to cover the 5 components that go into your credit score, along with roughly how much they weigh in the credit scoring algorithm. And the first and most important is your payment history, worth about 35% of your overall credit score. And this is the biggest factor, and this is looking at all the positive information and all the negative information on your credit report. Number 2 is amounts owed, and this is worth about 30% of your overall credit score. And look, having substantial debt isn't necessarily bad. If you have student loans, a mortgage, even a new car, instead, this area is focusing on your revolving credit lines, for instance, with an unsecured credit card. The idea being is if your credit card is maxed out, you'll appear to a potential lender as a big credit risk. Naturally, if your credit card's maxed out. And if you'd like to know more, we're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story. We also have a free report available there, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. Now, the third component is length of credit history, and this is worth about 15% of your credit score, and this is looking at how long you as a human being have been using credit along with the age of each specific account on your credit report. Generally speaking, the older the better, but don't put any time or effort into this. With normal use, you'll be fine. Our fourth component is credit mix, worth about 10%, and just like it sounds, it's looking at what types of credit do you use. Do you have a mortgage? Do you have a student loan? Do you have credit cards, etc.? The idea is the more diverse, the better. With normal use, you'll be fine, and this isn't an area to invest any effort or time. It's only worth about 10% of your credit score. And the fifth and final component is new credit. Again, 10%. And like it sounds, this is looking at how often you're applying for new credit, and you're not supposed to be penalized for doing some normal interest rate shopping. The idea is we don't want to appear like we're trying to buy a new boat or a new car every weekend. With normal use, you ought to be all right. And if you'd like some help, you can get a free credit report consultation by calling toll-free 1-844-517-7627. Again, that's for a free credit report consultation, and the toll-free phone number is 1-844-517-7627. This is Dan Willis. We're going to include a link in the description below over to an article at our website for the full story. We have a free report available there for you, the 7 proven ways to boost your credit score. And of course, subscribe and join our congregation, because coming up next, we're going to be talking about the 7 ways to build credit. So of course, subscribe. Have a wonderful day, and looking forward to talking to you again here soon.